You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you.
My name is Sarah Silva. I'm 46 years old. My current occupation is office coordinator. My very first marriage, at the beginning, everything was wonderful, was great. It was a happy marriage. My husband decided to leave me. I feel like I was the worst woman in this world. I feel at the time that I was not doing my part, and I wanted to not feel that way anymore. So I decided I wanted to do things that will make me forget or make me feel good about myself. And I started to drink, starting to use very heavy alcohol at the time, and to make me feel released, to make me feel good. Which in that period of time when I was out drinking, I met someone else, had a good relationship. We have a wonderful marriage. I had 2 more children with that second marriage. Unfortunately, that husband of mine decided to be with someone else. He left. I stayed. At that point, I had 4 children with me. That really did it in my life, because I lost my job from being depressed, from not having that husband of mine. So throughout that transition, I met people in my life in which that I was introduced to drugs. I was so depressed that I needed something more than just alcohol. I needed something that is going to ease in my life, or to make me forget how I was feeling, make me forget all the problems, everything in my life. So I started to use weed. It wasn't strong enough for me. Then we started using cocaine. Cocaine was not enough. So crack was one of the drugs that really make me feel good. And the high lasts for a couple of hours. Then at that point, you wanted more. You wanted to feel what you feel. I didn't want to know where I was. I didn't want to remember things. I didn't want to remember my problems and how depressed I was. That was my main thing of doing it. So that leads me to prostitution, because I didn't have a job. I didn't have any money. I have to provide my children with food and everything that they need. So I met people that work in places like prostitution places, different ones. So I had my girlfriends that used to work there, so I used to go and visit them, and then from there they used to introduce me to people that I was able to work with. My lowest point was when I was so drunk and so high. I remember driving home, and I just remember waking up the next day. My car was destroyed, even though I had no wheels on my car. So I'm not sure, up to this day, my life, I'm not sure how I got home. But that was my Ponce's life, to the point that I said, I'm alive today, and I don't even know why. So one day I was walking on the street because I was lost once again. I was invited by someone. She gave me an invitation. She gave me a phone number. She invited me to come to church. I refused, but I still kept her phone number. But then it became to a time that I really needed help. I needed some type of guidance. So I decided to call that person, because I remember that she told me there was a way out for my life. So when I came, they did a prayer for me. When the prayer was over, there was something different inside of me. I went home, and I was not the same person. Before, I used to love the smell of the drug. After that, I didn't. It was different. I stopped drinking. It was different. I did not have the desire to do the things that I was once doing. So I started to do those chains of prayers. Slowly, I was being delivered, the more I used to do my chain of prayer, my life was changing in a dramatic way. And I decided that I wanted a different life, that this is the life that I wanted. I didn't want to continue doing the things that I was once doing. I did not know about the Holy Spirit before. I used to hear about the Holy Spirit. I wanted to know what was the Holy Spirit. I started to do the Bible studies to know more about it. And I did a couple of fasting of Daniel, in which I was baptized in a fasting of Daniel. It was a Friday night on a vigil. I remember praying, and I just wanted to know, I wanted to experience the Holy Spirit. So I remember it's closing my eyes, and when I opened my eyes was the peace that was inside of me, the happiness that I received, but it was not a happiness that I once had. It was a different type of happiness, a happiness that it was actually inside, and it was just a peace that it lives in me now, that just makes a difference in my life. Now, one of my biggest desires is to go and talk to people that are living the same life that I live, to let them know that there is a way out. That's not the end of your life. Because if it happened in my life, it can happen in someone else's life. So I can say now, so I had 4 children, so now me and my children, we all serve the Lord. I am remarried again, very happily married. I have a job, a very good job, a job that I couldn't have before. Now I have it. And everything in my life is complete. It has changed. My family, my marriage, my sentimental life, my health, everything is complete in my life.
You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you.